Hey Seeker, welcome to the Awakening Her podcast. I am so grateful that you've been led here, and I'm excited for you that you're answering the call to manifest more magic in your life by mastering the law of attraction. So cool. My name is Talia, and I'm committed to cutting the fluff and showing you exactly how to manifest more excitement, ease, success, abundance, confidence, love, and anything else you've been craving. So if you're ready to crack the code on manifestation, amplify your intuition, and play in the quantum, we are now besties. Let's do this. Hello, friend, and welcome back to the Awakening Her podcast. My name is Talia. You know that. I don't need to introduce myself anymore. But if you are new, welcome. My name is Talia. Welcome to my show. Welcome to this space. This is our space. This is where we talk about all things manifestation with much more depth and much more to it. Because I found when I was just doing the manifestation practices you hear, such as feeling the feelings, visualizing, vision boards, don't hate on me. I love a good vision board. But when I was only doing that stuff, I was never really truly changing. And sometimes I'd manifest the best parking spot at Costco that I put in my mind. I was like, yeah, I am magnetic. But when it came to the actual money in my bank account, or the way my body felt, the pain level I was in, the overwhelm, the triggers, the emotional unresolvedness, the healing work I had yet to do, I was not really truly moving forward, and more law of attraction only seemed to make me feel worse. So on this show, I love the law of attraction. I love the law of assumption. It is true. What we put out there comes back, but we also need to learn how to become the version of us that has that thing, not just endlessly saying $20,000. You need to become the $20,000 biatch. Okay, I won't call you that ever again. I'm sorry. I lashed out. But you need to become that. That is the secret to manifestation. And that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about manifesting big goals and what it truly takes to manifest big goals. And whether people are talking about it online in the realm of manifestation, other teachers, whether they're talking about it or not, this is the way that it works. And I can see in the people that manifest big things, they are doing these steps. They are at least showing up in these realms, not just visualizing, not just writing out your goals. There is more to it. And we're going to talk about that today. I'm excited. If you are here, I know that you are ready for big things, or you would not have clicked here. I know you've already been doing the work. You've been doing the self-growth work, maybe some healing work, your vibe. You've been working with your vibe and maybe energy a bit. You've done some of this before, and it hasn't quite worked to give you the big stuff, or it's taken you to where you are. That's what I should say. I can hear it now. The work that you've already done has beautifully created the path to here right now. And what got you here is not going to get you to your next step. So that's what we're talking about, is the next step. Wherever you are, from here, you are ready for more. And I love that. I love people that are ready, that are 2 feet in, that are like, yes, they're not a stranger to the work, not a stranger to doing the things. You just want to know what to do, right? So I am here for you. We are going to dive into this episode. Before we do, I have to let you know of 2 exciting things. I'm just going to take a quick minute. Have you checked out On the Path yet? The reason I ask that is because we are launching in just a few days, December 1st. And if you're not on the waitlist, you're missing out on a low price. So On the Path is a private, new, exclusive podcast that contains my signature proven process for quote unquote doing the work. I take you through it, as well as weekly episodes, deep dives, lots and lots of actionable practices. Every week we're going into weekly assignments and really diving deep to tangibly help you to walk the path and do the quote unquote work that you need to manifest. So in this exclusive podcast, as I said, it's very tangible, step by step. And then we're also dropping in weekly with brand new episodes that will give you that oomph, that direction, that guidance, that what to do that you are looking for. Because a lot of what's going on here is not just about you learning more things. It's about actually implementing. It's about daily practice. It's about devotion. It is about showing up consistently in the energy of what you want. We're going to talk about that today. But on the path is a beautiful way to do that, to stay on the path, on your path of growth, of manifestation, of awakening. And it's going to give you the tools, the trainings, the meditations even. I'm going to be dropping meditations in there to help you on your journey. It is the best thing you could do for yourself, especially if my message resonates or my way of teaching these things. You're going to want to join on the path. So check it out below. If you're listening to this in sort of real time, you can hop on the waitlist and secure, because it's a monthly subscription that you can cancel at any time. If you get it in the introductory price, you're going to be paying the lowest out of anybody in the world. So you better jump on the waitlist if you would like. And if you're listening to this later, hop into On the Path if you want to stay on the path in self-growth, in the manifestation work, and be guided every single week. This is the absolute best thing. This is like having me in your back pocket. I'm serious. And people hear that and they're like, it's not the same as working with you as a one-on-one coach. But I've been doing this for so long. I've taken my signature activated program. I've taken the work I do with my clients and put it into a step-by-step. This is what I do with my clients. And because I've worked with so many people like you, we're going to talk about all the things. We're going to talk about self-sabotage. We're going to talk about days that you don't feel like it. We're going to talk about your connection to your body and nutrition and meditation and activating your connection with your guides. We're going to talk about so much more than just the process of healing, of moving forward, of manifestation. That's all in those core tools and trainings, is like the core process, the core tools that you'll have access to forever. And then our ongoing weekly episodes are going to continue to nurture all of these aspects of you, because I know that you want to manifest. I also know that you want to have that rock solid connection with your body. You want to develop your intuition. You want to learn how to create more money. You want to be in your soul's purpose. I know you, boo, because you're like me, and those are all the things that I'm into. So I just created a membership for me. That's what I did. Anyways, if you want to join in the community of like-minded seekers, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to go the next step with you and have you in that community. Join On the Path, the brand new podcast. I cannot wait to have you there. And then the second thing I just wanted to say, again, if you're listening to this in semi-real time, we have our end of year workshop coming up the first week of December. It's called Fiercely Moving Forward. It is an activation. It is a beautiful evening workshop to process 2023, to extract the blessings. And then we're going to do a lot of work in activating what is next, because you're here for a reason. You're ready for what's next. I don't know if you've heard a shift in my tone lately. It's all about moving forward. Yes, we need to heal. We need to have those resources. We need to know what we're doing in that. Join On the Path. You will learn that. We need to have those modalities and have that healing groundwork, but we don't stay in that all the time. We're not staying in excavation all the time. We are wanting to fiercely move forward. So if that is for you, join the end of year workshop. You are not going to regret it. It is incredible. It's going to be such a good night. I cannot wait. Source is going to be very present, as they always are. And I cannot wait to help you sincerely upgrade before we get into 2024. And then in 2024, right at the beginning, we have a 31-day challenge launching called Ready to Manifest. That is going to be such a fun time. If the sales page is ready, that is going to be below. This is my 31-day challenge, 10 minutes or less a day. All of the exercises are there. Even if you do 80% of them, 70% of them, they are there to create a quantum leap. So make sure to watch out for that on Instagram or on the podcast if you're listening in real time. I cannot wait. That will be ready very soon. And then in February, the beginning of February, we're jumping into Embodied, which is going to be a group program, which is just all about getting into the body, all about the physical aspect of manifestation, about your energy, your chakras, your nutrition, your nervous system. It is going to be so sacred, so powerful, and we're going to get into it because manifestation happens in the physical. It's not just the art of dreaming. It is the art of bringing that into reality and into your body, the emotions in your body, the well-being in your body, the faith, the excitement, the elation, the trust. What does that feel like in your body? In your nervous system, having the ability to hold more in your nervous system. This is so much of what manifestation and growth and awakening truly is. So that's what Embodied is going to be about. Keep an eye out for that. Without further ado, I didn't plan to get into all this stuff. I'm just super fucking excited about what's going on. But let's dive into today's episode. I have a lot to say in a short amount of time. I'm going to make it snappy, but it's going to be potent. So I was going to say bear down, maybe don't, ground down, rise up. Let's do this. So when you want to manifest big things, it's very important for you to understand first and foremost that manifesting big things is about you being able to hold a bigger energetic capacity. This is about being able to hold more. We don't just pray really hard for more money. We become the version of us that can hold and sustain and manage that money in our physical reality, in our nervous system, in our thoughts, in our beliefs, in our emotions. Manifesting big things requires more being. It requires you holding a bigger capacity. And what I mean by that is if you do want more money, I use that example because not a lot of people I know are like, no, I don't need any more money. I'm good. If money is a goal, you have to be able to energetically hold that capacity of what you say you want. It's easy to say, I want to be a millionaire, right? It's not just about that. It's about being able to hold that capacity. Can you manage the money like a millionaire? Can you hold it in your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions? For example, right now, when you get a bill in the mail, do you freak the fuck out? Do you go into lack and scarcity? Do you go into future tripping? Right now, when you get a large amount of money coming in, do you future trip? Do you go into lack and scarcity? Do you freak the fuck out? And what I mean by that is, let's be really honest, okay? It's time to take inventory. Even when we get a large amount of money, and this has happened to me in the past, I've seen this happen to clients. They get a huge amount of money for something. They might sell a business. They might have a huge high cash month or whatever. And they're like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. It's all going to go so fast. Or how am I going to do this again next month? Or like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, this must be a fluke. Like, they go into panic because their nervous system, their energy field has never held that capacity before. So manifesting bigger things actually requires more holding of energy. So I'm going to get more specific. We're going to talk more tangibly. I just have to kind of go through the energy and then come and apply it to your real life. So in your thoughts, your emotions, your belief, your nervous system, what feels safe to receive? What feels safe to have? You might want love, but every time you get close to a relationship or even on a date with somebody, your nervous system starts freaking out because you've been hurt really bad, or because you feel insecure with your body and you're just thinking they're not going to like you, or you're super hardened and closed down because you feel like they're just going to take advantage of you or they're just going to hurt you and you can't trust them. So to really call in stable, solid love, you need to get your nervous system, your thoughts, your mind, your belief around holding the capacity of what that actually means. And our goals are meant to stretch us. So I'm going to get into a little Venn diagram in a minute. I know you can't see it, but you can picture, if you don't know what a Venn diagram is, it's where you have like the 2 circles overlapping or the 3 circles overlapping. You know, super professional people use them in presentations to be like, check out this chart. It's not a pie chart, it's a Venn diagram. So we're going to get into that in a second, but it's also about becoming that version of you that can accept the assignments that come along with your big goals. So said another way, one of the reasons you desire more, one of the spiritual reasons, one of the soul reasons you desire is because every time you desire, it asks you to grow. It challenges you to expand. If you want $1 million, that actually calls you forward to start to even think about, maybe it's the stock market, or maybe I could start a business, or I could start putting myself out there, or I have to start dressing like a millionaire, or acting like a millionaire, or managing my money like a millionaire. Your desires call you to grow. So your big desires call you to grow big. If you want to be on stage, who is the version of you that can command a stage? That's what your big goal is calling you into. If you want to write a book and have it sell all over the world, it's going to be an empty manifestation unless you can become the person that can do that, that shares their story bravely, that goes all in, that talks about it, that, allows yourself to be unfiltered, or hires a book writing mentor, whatever it is. You have to become that. That's the back end reason of why we desire things. That's the other reason why traditional manifestation doesn't always work, because if we could just ask for what we want and we get it, everybody would have the dream partner, the dream body, the dream bank account, the dream job, blah, 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 right? Or no job or whatever, because we could have whatever we want. Not a lot of people are willing to become that version of you. And that's where I am headed. That's where my community is headed. Why do I want to say bearing down again? Weird. Grounding down. For any of you nurse or medical people, you know why I'm saying that's weird. It's about grounding down into that vision, becoming devoted to that life that you want. Doing that calls you to expand and grow. When I want to be in my healthiest body, when I want to feel strong and stable in my body, when I want to feel flexible and agile, that requires me walking, hiking, doing yoga, working out, whatever. It doesn't mean I have to do it 9 days a week, but I have to be devoted to that path. I don't just dream it from the couch and hope it shows up. So I want you to be really honest with your big goals. Have you been dreaming it from the couch, hoping that it shows up? Or dreaming it from your current reality, just hoping it shows up? Or are you devoted to it? And devoted requires, in some ways, sacrifice. And it's not just sacrifice like, hustle and, I'm all about the flow. But it takes a lot for me to run this business. It takes something for me to heal my body, or I've recently released 20 pounds. That has taken, actually, in a weird way, no real effort and strife and sacrifice, but it took devotion. It took being devoted to what my body needed. It took being devoted to the cleansing aspects that it needed. It took being devoted in love in my mind to my body. So whether you're sort of sacrificing or whatever, your time or your money or your effort or whatever, it takes something. It takes something to move from where you are into where you want to go. And if you're not willing to stretch and grow into that thing, you're not going to manifest more than Costco parking lot spots, which, come on, it's still awesome. It's Costco. It's sometimes really hard to find a spot. But if you want the bestseller book, if you want a body transformation, if you want to be the best in your field, or to be on stages, or to create a giant multi-million-dollar organization that fucking helps all of the people that you are here to help, or gives back to charity, or you're buying homes, or you're buying a home for your parents, like those big things you want require more of you. Man, I'm covered in goosebumps. I say this to my clients all the time. I hope I'm not yelling at you, because I get really passionate and it's all about activation in your cells. I really want you to hear me, because if you've been just hoping for things and doing sort of light manifestation practices and it's not working, more of that is not going to work. It's like they say, what is it? Doing the same thing and expecting different results is insanity. It's kind of like we do that with manifestation, where I don't know about you, but I spent a lot of years going, well, hopefully next month is the month. I'm just going to stay more focused. I'm just going to visualize more. I'm just going to, create the thing. Oh shit, I didn't visualize more. I didn't create the thing. Well, I did visualize a little more, but I didn't get the money. And it's just fucking chaos. When I know what I want now, I go after it. And it's not frantic action. It's inspired action. It's devotion toward what I desire. So let's talk about this Venn diagram. To manifest big things, you need to realize that your manifestation is comprised or will come about as you nurture 3 different aspects. Write this shit down. It's valuable. It's good. So your manifestation has the doing component of it, the being component of it, and the spiritual assignment. And you have to be nurturing all of those in order to truly manifest your fullest expression. So I'm going to back up a second. I'm going to go more into those, but I want to say that in every lifetime, we don't always manifest the fullest expression. And when I say fullest expression, I truly mean that, like your wildest dreams, not just the money, but the community and the partnership and the exploration and the freedom and the health and the vitality, like all of that is the fullest expression of what you could experience in this lifetime. And what determines how much of that you're going to experience? Are you going to experience 100% of your full potential? Or you can experience 20% of your full potential. Either way, it's all good. You're learning as a soul. We've had lots of lifetimes that we did not fulfill our potential, but I have a feeling that you are here for unlimited possibilities. You follow people online, or you read books, or you whatever. You follow people that have an aspect of freedom, that have an aspect of possibility and creativity and self-expression and confidence, because that is what you're meant for. You're meant for big things in this lifetime. And it's going to come down to how devoted are you? So let's look at those three aspects. Number one is the doing, which is like the most boring part of it all, because really under that category is only the things you're doing, the actions you take. So very important, but it's about 10% is what they laugh because it's hard to put it into a percent, but approximately 10%. Say your cup is, okay, say you have a manifestation, you don't have the manifestation yet, but you have a goal, it's an empty cup. In order to fill the cup all the way up to full, which would be receiving the full goal, the $1 million, the bet, whatever, about 10% of that cup is the action you take. So you're taking inspired action, that is going to fill about 10% of your cup. You're like, holy crap, that's not very much. And it's true, but this is about, are you out there taking action? Are you out there trying new things? Are you out there being available for possibilities? Just trying things. Like in my business, when I'm putting out of this class, or I'm exploring something new, or I'm taking a course on something, and I offer this, or I offer, like I'm trying stuff. I'm always trying stuff to feel into what feels good for me, what feels good for you, what you really need. I'm also expanding my skills. I'm taking courses, I'm learning, I'm taking action in my business, right? I'm like showing up, I'm doing stories, I'm creating all these podcasts. These are the actions that I'm taking. That's awesome. And you can't do it without it. You cannot do it without the action. And so what I want to say right now is, in respect to your goals and dreams, are you trying things? Are you taking action from spirit, inspired? And it doesn't even have to be that spiritual, like it came to you in a dream. It could be like, it'd be fun putting out a full moon clearing. It'd be fun pulling cards on Instagram. It'd be fun offering this and this. Like just trying. Don't even make it too serious, but are you taking actions? If you want a healthier body, are you showing up to do some yoga, to go on some walks, to calm your nervous system? Are you taking action toward what you desire? You have to. Okay. So the second aspect, because there's three, there's the doing, the being, and the spiritual assignment. So we just talked about the doing. Now we're going to talk about the being. And the being is about 70% of the manifestation. Who are you being? So for the example of what I just said of all these actions in my business, I could host a full moon workshop, I could create episodes, but if I'm not being in my frickin' zone, if I'm not being a mentor, being a seeker, being authentic, if I'm showing up depleted, irritated, hungry, tired, you will feel it. If I'm like, hey guys, I'd manifested this thing. Here's how you do it. Write out a list. Let me know. See you. Do all the follows, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. And you're like, ugh, like me, right? Or if I'm like, buy this thing, you have to buy this thing. What is wrong with you if you don't buy this thing? That's also, I am being needy. I'm being sleazy. I'm being forceful. And I've tried to sell from all the places. I, in the beginning, was like, why doesn't anyone want to invest in themselves? And I had this live video that was all like angsty because I was frustrated that nobody was investing in themselves. Who I was being was not regulated, was not solid. And more specifically, who are you being in relation to your goal? I want you to really think about this. So under this umbrella of the being, this is the energy you carry. This is who you are being in relation to what you want. And your energy is, and who you be, I know that's not proper for any teachers or English buffs, who you be is determined by what's going on in your head, your thoughts, your beliefs, your personality. This is who you are being. So regarding your goals, are you being consistent? Are you being excited? Are you being confident? Are you being optimistic, open-hearted? Are you being in faith? Are you being growth-minded? When you think about that, when you're going through your goals or going towards your goals, are you being growth-minded? Are you being devoted? Are you being self-responsible? Or are you being inconsistent? Are you being anxious and controlling? Are you being skeptical? Are you being not fully committed, not fully devoted? Are you blaming others and your external circumstances? Are you guarded, closed off, pessimistic, feeling like it can't actually happen? Be real. This is 70% of your work is who you are being. And in my work with clients and in my work on the path, in my courses, all of the $27 courses, I'm always touching on this. Who are you being? This is the her work. This is the healing work. This is the reprogramming work. We get into all of that. Seriously, join on the path for all of that if you're unaware of what being means. But if you are, because I know you've been doing a lot of this work, be real with yourself. Are you being open to your goals? Are you being committed, devoted, open to learning, open to possibilities? Or are you anxious, controlling, telling yourself you're never doing it, closed off, insecure? This is going to determine if you're going to manifest 70%. So truly in relation to the goal you have, who are you being? In relation to money, who are you being? In relation to your body, who are you being? If you had to date you, would you want to date you, especially in relation to this thing? So if money was dating you, who are you being around money and with money? Are you talking shit to it? Are you avoiding it? Are you hating it? Are you controlling it? Are you grasping it? Are you going, oh yeah, well, you never show up when I need you to? Who are you being with money, right? So again, I'm getting really passionate. I hope you don't take it as cocky or yelling at you. I just get really like, I can feel this for you. And this is such a big part of it. So the next part, we talked about the doing, literally boring, the actions you take, the being, which is 70%. Now we're going to talk about the assignment. And this is about 20% of the work. I hope all of those added up to 100. When you hear someone, you're like, and 20% and 80% and 10% and 20%. You're like, I feel like we're over 100. Anyway, so this is the spiritual assignment. If spirit doesn't resonate with you, this is the assignment for your personal evolution and growth. This is the lessons you're learning through your desires. This is the growth you experience through your desires and in your life. This is your ability to grow through what you go through. This is the healing, the actual healing part. In the last one, the being, when you heal, when you reprogram, that changes your being. But the actual healing is the assignment. It's the soul lessons. It's the expansion. If I want to be on stage and command a stage, I need to grow through, let's see, the abandonment that I've had, the bullying that I've had primarily for my body. So getting up on stage feels scary. So as I don't just bypass all of my bullying and all of my trauma and people turning against me, all of that stuff comes up when I think of being on stage, when I go to be on stage. So being on stage causes me to heal whatever's in the way of being fully fucking seen. And through that healing work, that is when I become an energetic match, because manifestation is about becoming an energetic match to that which you desire. And if you're not learning, if you're not growing, then you're only going to get 80% of the way, which could still be an incredible life. You might make it 80% of the way to the millionaire, but your soul wants to grow. Your soul is asking for you to grow. So if you want, just for some of the examples I've already used, if you want love, what are you doing? Are you putting the word out there? Are you on dating apps or word of mouth with friends? Are you doing something that feels aligned to meet someone? Or is your heart open in your being? Who are you being in relation to dating, in relation to finding a mate? And then what is there to be healed? What is the assignment? This is a lot of what I help my clients with, because I can see the spiritual assignment and I can help you get there. But this is what we're talking about, the spiritual assignment behind it. Is there a heart to heal? Do you need to heal your lack of trust? Is it asking you to grow and expand your trust, right? So behind what you desire is an assignment, a personal assignment for you. If it's health and you always feel like you're self-sabotaging and you're never on the wagon, or on the wagon for long, you're on, you're off, you're this, you're that there's a spiritual assignment in there. Could be learning how to show up for yourself consistently, learning how to heal what gets you to binge or to fall off the wagon. It's an assignment in unconditionally loving yourself, in devotion to yourself, in showing up in confidence and self-love. I may be saying that because that's 100% my journey. I have so many lessons that I'm here to learn, and same with you. And every desire you have is asking you to grow on a human level and on a soul level. So we're going to wrap this up in a minute, but I want you to really think about it with the assignment. Every manifestation comes with an invitation to become the person who has it. And the spiritual assignment will call you through your persistent blocks, the things that stop you. It will pull you through the pessimism or the this is never going to happen for me, or the insecurity. It will call you or ask you to heal, to transcend. That's a deep level. And it's going to move you closer to your manifestation, not through force, but through expansion. Are you bullying yourself into success, or are you nurturing yourself into expansion? A spiritual assignment is coming back into harmony with my body, not fighting it, not hating it, not shaming it, not condemning it, allowing it to thrive through love, through nurture. That allows me to release weight. That allows me to show up in devotion on my yoga mat because I love myself. That was a lesson. So to wrap up this episode, I want you to start to be asking yourself, number one, the doing. What am I doing? Just take an audit. What am I doing to move toward my goal? Little, big, it doesn't matter. What are you doing to show up and create your goal yourself? Then it's the being. Who am I being in relation to my goal? Who am I being? Am I being optimistic or not? Am I being consistent or not? And then things like money, work on the nervous system and try everything you can to keep yourself calm or to bounce back faster, to become a match with money. Get comfy with your money, get familiar with your money, learn more about it so that you're not all weird and awkward and freaked out by your money. Because if you want more of it, you have to learn how to be friends with it. You have to be friends with your money. You have to be friends with your body. You have to be friends with your book that you want to write. You have to be friends with the success you want. You have to become in line with it. So who are you being in relation to what you want? And then the third aspect is the spiritual assignment. What is this calling you to grow, to expand into? What are the lessons? Is it surrender? Is it confidence? Is it love? What is it? Is it devotion? These goals are asking you to be devoted to them. What is that assignment behind it? And notice as you start to nurture these pillars, things start happening. Clarity starts coming. Results start coming. Notice that. And if there's one area there that you're like, shit, I've never even looked at that. I've never even thought about that. Or maybe you're like, yeah, I'm doing all the things, but I am being anxious. I am being controlling. I'm being avoidant. That's the first place to start. The spiritual assignment will come. It's already what has this goal been teaching me? What are these triggers teaching me? It's that old thing. If you need help, I'm your girl. I would love to help you. I have some spots for one-on-ones. I also have some incredible offers coming up, and this is what I do. We're here to learn. We're here to grow. We can't avoid that. And if you're someone going, I'm doing all the things and still it's not coming forward, it's those two other pillars. And if you're going, I'm all in the energy, I'm becoming a match, I'm healing, I've been knee deep in healing for 2 years and still no manifestations, maybe it's time to take some big, bold, brave action. Play around with those pillars, feel which one is the one calling you now, go take that action, go do the thing. Let me know when you've done it. Come find me on Instagram at Talia Joy Manifestation. I'd love to see you share the show and tag me. It warms my heart. But let me know what you're doing. Let me know which area is weakest for you. And maybe I could even help you a little bit. So anyway, I hope you found this super helpful. I love you. You are meant for big things. It's not as scary as it sounds. You're already on the path. Just stay on the path. Stay devoted. Stay committed. Stay nurturing these aspects. And let me know when you manifest that big thing, because I am rooting you on. I'm here for you. And I will see you in the next episode. Hey, thank you for listening to this episode. It truly means a lot, and I really, really hope that it served you. I invite you to check out the show notes. There's all sorts of action down there, including the Awakening Her daily practice, which is a beautiful daily practice to process your emotions and manifest what it is that you want. In the show notes, you'll also find the Awakening Her Manifesting Apparel store, how to reach me on Instagram and Facebook, as well as some one-to-one opportunities. So make sure to check that out, and I'll see you in the next episode.